I hate when I got this idle thing. Turn this thing off. Shut your car off for a second. Cam said that's how you got clapped. You know what I'm saying? But man, they are now trying to call Gene Deal down to the carpet. So there's a channel named Tough News TV. They've been covering like all this Diddy stuff. He really been on this Diddy stuff really longer than like most people, to tell you the truth. He been all into the whole Kim Porter stuff since for like 2 years. I want to say like way before this Diddy stuff even emerged. He been on top of this stuff. But a female comes on there now and says that Gene Deal was at least in the vicinity of some type of thing going on at a club called Justin's. I seen Gene Deal talked about it. He ain't worried about it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to whoever that is inside the chat. He ain't worried about it. He said it's bogus and stuff like that. But this is the thing about it. What Gene Deal might not be seeing. We see people getting taken down for less. People don't got to be telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? So this girl came out and said this about Gene Deal. All it's going to take is for one or two other chicks to pop up out of the woodwork and say the same thing. Next thing you know, they're going to be on a Netflix Surviving Gene Deal next. And this is why a person like me, and I said on the Shooting the Spit podcast a long time ago when this Diddy stuff first started coming out, I was like, look, Gene Deal and Mark Curry and these dudes need to be careful because because this is the thing about what Gene Deal might not understand. You know what I'm saying? The internet is a beast. The internet is a spirit. The internet wants to consume any and everything in its path. The internet would love if Gene Deal becomes part of this story, like on the other side of it. You know what I'm saying? All the females that's out here now, all the people who are congratulating Gene Deal, say he's a hero, applaud what he's doing, say they got respect for him, will be the same ones, I guarantee you, will be the same ones running to their YouTube channel to make a video to take Gene Deal down if he gets called to the carpet himself. Let one or two other chicks come out with the same type of story this girl came out trying to take Gene. I'm not saying Gene Deal did it. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, but that's the whole thing. It's not about what you really did. It's about nowadays people could come out of nowhere and say you did something. We seen jokers go down for less. You know what I'm saying? Like we seen people go down for less. That's the whole thing about this thing with me with this whole Diddy situation. I ain't been on here in a while. A lot has happened since the last time I was on here talking about it. But I still feel the same way I felt back then. I don't feel no different. I'm not jumping on the let's cook Diddy. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because for one, let the boy have his day in court. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, let him have his day in court. Some of the stuff, if he's accused of, if he did it, yeah, he need his ass whooped. He should be facing some type of trouble, some type of punishment for it if he did some of this stuff. But I'll sit here and bet anything he did not do. Not even a quarter of the stuff that came out. Like, I don't care what nobody says. You can call it what you want. They did a goddamn hotline. 20-something thousand people showed up talking about he did something to him. There's no way I'm going to believe that. I don't give a goddamn who says what. I'm not believing that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody deserves their day in court. That's why I'm still not going to be sitting here helping y'all cook Diddy up. It's just not in me to do that. Everybody deserves their time. You know what I'm saying? And here's the other aspect to this Diddy thing. This is what people are really missing about this Diddy thing. In my opinion, what I'll say about this whole situation, the whole entire situation, I believe that Diddy probably was really working for the people. They put him out here years ago because we know all about these tapes. They're saying he had like 500 cameras hidden in his house and stuff like that. That was probably not his own thing. He wasn't doing that for his own enjoyment. They put him in there as a mechanism, as a tool. Look, on my last channel, I'm the person that first started breaking down this whole thing about technology and how they control the culture with technology. Back in the day, we had tapes, you know what I'm saying, regular cassette tapes. The industry controlled the thing. So then the rappers down south, from being by default were forced into being entrepreneurs. You know what I'm saying? So what they started doing, they say, you know what, we don't got access to the radio, to the companies and stuff like that. So they were forced to be entrepreneurs and start making their own tapes and sell them out the trunk of their car. So right there, the culture has caught up with the machine. So the machine said, oh shit, you know what, we got to come out here with these CDs now and cripple these jokers again. We got to take them back. In which they already had the CD technology before the tapes came. Trust me, they already had this. They put it out to us as it comes on, but believe what I tell you, they already had the CD technology when or before the tape deck thing, before the tapes were out. So follow what I'm saying. So they put out the CD now. So now all the rappers, everybody who started learning how to build on their own, you know what I'm saying? We don't need the companies. We can burn our own, make our own tapes, sell them out the trunk of our car. Now they're back to square one. All right, so now everybody got to go back to the CDs now, because now we got new technology they moving to. So a little bit, a couple years passed, then jokers figured that out. Or we could burn our own CDs and do the same thing we was doing with the tapes. Burn our own CDs, make our own CD covers, record it ourselves, sell it in the trunk of our car. Now we back in it. You know what I'm saying? So what they do then? Now they came out with this MP3 shit. This Napster thing came out all of a sudden out of nowhere. Believe what I'm telling you. They had this technology already existed before they gave it to us. They give it to us in increments. That way they can control the culture. So this is where this Diddy thing ties into all this. Back in the 90s, they already knew as the technology was coming, jokers would start figuring it out, conquering it, doing what they'd say. So you know what? We need to have a foolproof plan so that when the time comes, as years go on, we got all these jokers. We got dirt on all these people that were going to move the goalposts, and now they're going to all be at risk of losing their whole livelihood. That's where Diddy stepped in. Gene Deal, if I'm correct, I believe it was Gene Deal. I might not be totally correct about if Gene Deal said it, but I think it was Gene Deal that said that they saw Diddy meet with an FBI agent back in the 90s. I'm pretty sure that was Gene Deal that said that. If it wasn't Gene Deal, maybe it wasn't. If it ain't my fault, but Gene Deal or somebody said that Diddy met with the FBI back in the 90s. I'm thinking he was in trouble back then for something. They probably got to him then. You know what I'm saying? Clive Davis and all them, they're already into all this. So Diddy was the perfect person for them to use for the hip hop people to blackmail everybody. You know what I'm saying? Get dirt on everybody from way back then. So now they can hold this shit for all these years. Let this shit go on, these parties, these freak offs, whatever they're called, keep going all these years. Nobody's saying nothing about it. Everybody's just doing it. So now anybody they cut, and also you got to keep in mind with this thing with them buying out everybody's catalog. That's another thing. That's all part of this shit. The people selling their catalog. Some of them were probably approached like, look, we got you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people were probably blackmailed into selling their catalog, and or they knew about something that was coming down the line. You know what I'm saying? But the ace in the hole for all this, the hidden gun for all the stuff they had in their back pocket was Diddy, with all this blackmail shit that's going on. That's how they got everybody for all these years. They allowed this shit to go on for so long that they got damn near everybody you can possibly think of. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who's somebody in the industry who was making money, that's how they got them. So now they got this thing with Diddy coming out. Diddy probably was working for these jokers since way back then. This was all part of the plan. You know what I'm saying? Diddy knew this is all part of it. Like, look at the songs Diddy was making, the victory video. Look at the victory video. It tells you everything that's going on right now. Go back and look at the victory video if you ain't seen it in a long time. That's the shit that's going on now. Even the freak offs, the victory video starts off with the freak offs. It starts off with a scene of the freak off inside of wherever they are. You know what I'm saying? The girls dancing. That's how it comes on. Then somebody tells him, get out. He gets a text message or whatever. Beeper, get out, whatever it is. He starts running. The whole shit that's going on now. So make no mistake about it. They've been using Diddy to do this, is what I'm saying. And now Diddy it could be a couple things at this point. Maybe he's in on it still, the whole thing. Maybe he did something wrong and slipped up and tried to get too big when he tried to get the alcohol people. It could be a combination of a couple different things, but Diddy was definitely put there to do this, to get dirt on everybody for all these goddamn years. Trust what I'm telling you. And you also got to think about this. Nowadays, it's 2020 something. Everybody be like, who's going to be the next this? Who's the next Michael Jackson? Who's the next this and that? Or the moguls went down. Who's going to be the next one? Ain't going to be no next one. The stuff they was doing worked for the time period that they needed it to work. They didn't need it. They don't need to have more moguls and more top stars coming out. All that stuff was going to be part of the process by default, because that's part of what it takes to move this thing to where we are now, to get it to where they wanted it to go. They had to have people in certain positions to present to us, to the public. People like me running around trying to be a rapper for 20, 30 goddamn years of your life, wasting your time. People trying to be chasing these dreams and all this shit. They had to have people up there for us to look at, so we can be like, oh yeah, this is something we can do, to accept it all. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they had to have a mechanism in their back pocket to stop all that when the time came, like the time is now. As you can see, everybody's going down. And the mechanism is somebody like Diddy. You know what I'm saying? He got dirt on everybody. So like I said, they moved the goalpost. Whether Diddy was in on it or not, for a lot of people that was involved with this Diddy thing, they moved the goalposts on these people. Because you can see, if you take your emotions out of it, all the stuff with Cassie and the stuff we've seen, is then Diddy really is in trouble right now for having parties. The whole SA trafficking thing, that comes from now all of a sudden they're saying, which is not really all of a sudden, because they already did this back in the day with the boxer, the Johnson dude. But you see how they turned the blind eye to it for all this time. They could have been getting jokers on, because now all of a sudden what's defined as SA trafficking is if you bring a female from out of state and fly her in, now you SA trafficking if you bought her something in the process or gave her some money in the meantime. 20, 30 years ago, nobody saw that as a crime. You go to a party, everybody's doing whatever they're doing drugs, men, women, all kind of stuff. They SEX they having and everything like that. This was never a crime before, you know what I'm saying? So now all of a sudden they made this a crime. Really, they made it a crime a long time ago, but they never brought nobody up on these charges, you know what I'm saying? Like, besides R. Kelly. So everybody else is just partying. They like, this is what we doing. We partying, ain't nothing. Now all of a sudden they're like, oh, guess what, jokers? Y'all been doing crime all this time. They come out all of a sudden and say out of nowhere, y'all been breaking the law. So that's why all the people that was down with him, we sitting there like, everybody with the freak off, they ain't backing them up. Nobody's speaking up for it. Because everybody's fucked. Everybody is sitting there like, they fucking mind is blown right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't think that all of a sudden what they've been doing for the past 10, 20, 30 years with Diddy is all of a sudden now a goddamn crime. They've been doing this shit and getting away with it. And on live TV, everybody know about the Diddy parties. Anybody, like, this shit's been going on forever. So now all of a sudden this shit is a crime, they saying? Like, so yeah, of course everybody's like, oh shit, because now everybody is now accomplice of a crime. All these people that they were saying was involved with these Diddy tapes, all these celebrities and stuff like that. If there was anything, I'm saying if any laws were being broken, like really being broken, most of the people that was on these tapes probably did not have no idea they was breaking the goddamn law. They was doing the same thing they've been doing for the past 10, 20, 30 years, just partying, you know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden they woke up one day and now this shit is a crime. So think about that. That shit is insane. Like, that shit is really insane. So back to like I was saying about this Gene Deal situation. I mean, look, I seen him make a video. He ain't worried about it, you know what I'm saying? He says he knows what, but they don't, look, they don't, how many people we saw being dragged down for nothing, for less? Females coming out the woodwork from 30 years ago with some whack-ass story, you know what I'm saying? Shit that don't even make sense, and they and ruining people's lives. Let one or two more females jump up and point the finger at Gene Deal to call him down to the carpet. He might be the next one, and everybody on the internet is going to be. That's what I'm saying. That's the ugly thing about it. That's why you don't see me jumping on the train to try to get to take nobody down. Like I said, all these females who got these channels talking all this stuff to be all happy. Ooh, girl, honey, and baby, and all this shit. They'll be the first. All the ones that's calling Gene Deal a hero and stuff like that will be the first ones running to their YouTube channel, all excited to talk about him being taken down when the time comes. If the time, I ain't wishing bad on him. I'm just saying, if the time comes for his head to go into the chopping block, they're gonna be the first ones on their YouTube this shit generates money. You know what I'm saying? Like, money, people love gossip. Everybody loves to see people go down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a goddamn how much people act like they love you. When the shit goes hit the fan, everybody's gonna be sitting here for the goddamn party when you go down. Like, that's just how this shit goes, dude. Like, ain't nobody trying to hear that your side of the story. We just want to fucking eat. We want to consume everybody. That's the internet. You know what I mean? Especially when there's money involved. Then people gonna be making shit sound way worse and juicier than it is because they can make a couple dollars off it. You know what I'm saying? So, man, shit is crazy, man. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to anybody who came through. I see a couple people left a couple comments, but I can't read it. I can't see it. But man, this shit is ugly out here, man. This shit is ugly. This Diddy shit is not what y'all think it is, man. It's not what y'all think it is. At the very least, this whole Diddy thing is them turning a blind eye to allow this boy to do what he was doing for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no way that a person like that. I think the hip hop police, if I'm not mistaken, the hip hop police was created for Diddy. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's what it was. I think he's the one they created it for. It was Diddy or Nas or somebody like that, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? So you mean to tell me he been running around breaking the law out in the open? Think about it. Out in the goddamn open. We ain't talking about behind closed doors. We're talking about out in the open. He been breaking the law for 20, 30 years and getting away with it and breaking the law. You know what I'm saying? That's not what this shit is about. And think about this too. Think about how Netflix, these Netflix series is Surviving This Joker, just all this stuff. Notice how they just used the Netflix to the Menendez brothers. They used the Netflix series for them to get them free. They about to possibly get free. You know what I'm saying? The Menendez brothers. But they use that shit to bury everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Diddy, Michael Jackson, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? And people fall and people just jump right. That's why I stand firm on the way I've been felt about it. Like I said, I ain't been on talking about Diddy, but I don't feel no different about this shit. I'm not jumping on the bandwagon to take Diddy down because these people are doing. You can't trust these people, man. It's a machine. They do any goddamn thing. Everybody out here now voting for the Menendez brothers, all supporting them. They want them to get out. They're such victims and all this and that. But when it comes to, I ain't trying to turn it, you know what I'm saying, BLACK people, they use it to take other people down. Media persuasion, man. That's why you gotta be careful what you allow yourself to get caught up into. Because as easy as it could be you. This could easily be you. Trust what I'm telling you. This shit can be you. You're sitting there cheering this shit on with Diddy. At the very least, all I'm saying is what I'm doing. I don't give a goddamn what y'all. What I'm doing is my least is let a person get their day in court. Until then, I'm not burying nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm a person who had a felony on my. I didn't even know I had a felony since I was about 20 years old, I think. For 17 years, I had a felony on my record that wasn't supposed to even be there because these people talking about they made a mistake. The courthouse of a charge I pled out to when I was 21 years old or something like that. And that's what I mean. A person like me, and that's just one thing. I've been through enough on my own to. I'm not just jumping up and trying to take and helping take nobody down. That's just not how I think, man. At least everybody deserves their day in court. Everybody deserves to show up. Everybody deserves to. And another thing, Diddy's bail. Why they ain't get the boy bail? Like, there's no reason why Diddy shouldn't have bail. People who have done worse have gotten bail. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no reason why Diddy shouldn't have no goddamn bail. Like, I don't care what nobody says. That's just the bottom line of that. He's not even arrested for killing nobody. He been in there all this time. They ain't brought no new charges up to nothing's where it's like unbailable. So ain't no reason why he shouldn't have bail. You know what I'm saying? That's it. And plus, like I said, at the end of the day, he's probably really in on it. So you can't get too carried away with that because he's definitely probably could be in on it. You know what I mean? So don't forget about that part of it. But yeah, man, that's about it. But this thing is ugly, man. If Gene Deal gets called to the carpet, that's going to be the biggest. That's going to probably be bigger than the Diddy story. People are going to be, man. It's crazy, man. What a twist that would be. You know what I'm saying? What a twist that would be. People would, anybody who makes money off of YouTube, any type of monetization on the internet, will have a field day if Gene Deal ends up getting bought into this and getting charged with something. People are going to have a field day. That's going to generate, man, that's going to be content for a couple of weeks strong. And as sad as that is, you know what I'm saying? As sad as that sounds, and I damn sure not wishing that on him. I hope that don't happen to him. You know what I'm saying? I don't got a dog in the race, but in the fight, but that ain't what I want to see happen to nobody. And if it did, and if it happened to him, I'd be saying the same thing I'm saying right now here for Diddy. I wouldn't be not lining up to take him down either. You know what I'm saying? Let this shit play out in court. People, everybody deserve their thing. Deserve their time, they day in court. But man, it's crazy out here, man. It is crazy out here. There was something out. Oh, and the Denzel Washington thing too. I want to mention real quick. Denzel Washington. Yo, Denzel Washington is smart, man. Denzel is smart. For one, Denzel, he knew that the Tyson fight was about to come up, the Jake Paul Tyson fight. So he came out like a day or two before the Tyson fight. He came out and slipped in that little tidbit of information, saying he kissed the guy on his Gladiator. I think it was the Gladiator set, because he knew with the Tyson thing, the fight coming out. So what's his boy's name? The white boy, Jake Paul. He knew that shit was going to like smother out most of the airwaves after when the fight came out. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, let me slip this in here right now, real quick. And hopefully this Tyson fight will drown it out and they'll forget about it. You know what I'm saying? So he was smart on that. But the other way he was smart is that Denzel Washington he's not dumb. He's saying they're not using that in the scene of the movie. They was never going to use that anyway. They didn't make him do that to use it in the movie. They made him do that to keep him, to have something on him, if they don't already have something on him. I would think they probably already would, but if not, that's why they did that, to have something on him. And what he did, he said, you know what? Instead of them waiting for 5-10 years down the line to bring this out at a time when, at a bad time, he said, I'm going to just say it and just tell everybody what it is. So that's what he did, you know what I'm saying? He said, I'm going to just come out, and he tried to do the okie doke. He said they ain't ready for that. He was like, oh, it's not part of the movie. They cut it out. But they ain't ready for that. He did it real slick. That's why he's the best actor of all time, because the Joker's slick. He did that shit real smooth the way he came out and said it. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I don't give a goddamn at this point. Is anybody still really even surprised about? Does any of this even surprise you anymore? Like, I'm not surprised about none of that. And I don't even care any goddamn way. You know what I'm saying? It ain't making or taking money from me. If that's what he want to do, if he's cool with that for his career, then that's on him. Half of you jokers are out here doing shit worse than that for free. You know what I'm saying? So if he got to go out here and kiss a dude for 20-30 million and he's cool with that, then but that's him. It ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really feel no differently about Denzel. That's what I'm saying. I don't gotta be, oh, everybody. I don't give a goddamn what nobody else says and how they feel about it. Me personally, I don't give a goddamn. It don't bother me. It is. I ain't gonna say it don't bother me. It is a little bit weird. It's definitely cringy, because we was always like, Denzel was like the last one left. Everybody thought he was like this different kind of dude and stuff. So it is surprising. I ain't gonna say like it's nothing, but it is something like, damn, Denzel did that. Like, that's crazy. But at the end of the day, I don't give a goddamn. Like, that's on him. It ain't my life. You know what I'm saying? Jokers out here selling their soul for a goddamn bag of weed every goddamn day for free. So I don't judge people what they do. Females, they getting money, they stripping, whatever they doing. Do what you gotta do. Chicks out here, I'm not the joker to come out here and judge somebody by how they make money. There's chicks out here S&D and effing everybody for free every day. You know what I'm saying? So if you can get some money out of it, so who am I to sit there and hate shit? By all means, do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, so that's how I feel about the Denzel situation. It is a little. I ain't gonna say it's not. It is weird. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a little bit weird. Do I really care? I don't give a goddamn. That boy got about couple hundred millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? He living a better life than I am. I tell you that. He's living life way better than the hell I am. So, um, more power to Denzel. You know what I'm saying? They got him, and look, he's in the Gladiator 2 movie coming up, and he's in the Black Panther movie that's about to come out. So they probably said, look, if they don't already got no dirt on him, they said, Joker, we got to get something on you. We about to give you two major roles. You got to do something for this. You know what I'm saying? They said, look, you got to do something. But these really are two major roles that he's doing. The Black Panther 3 and Gladiator 2. Like these are like highly sought after movie roles, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't give a goddamn what the hell he got going on. That's on Denzel. He's still one of the best actors out there, you know what I'm saying? And it was just something else I wanted to say since a couple people, and hit the like button since a couple people were in here. Goddamn. It's a goddamn shame I had to lose my monetization. You know what I mean? I appreciate people being up in here, but goddamn, wish I could have got a couple of shit going on when I still had my monetization going on. Like I said, shout out to fuck this dude out here doing in the middle of the street. What dude just did just now, hopping out of his car like that and getting back in? That was weird. I forgot what I was saying. Damn. Yes, I can't. Anybody shout out to anybody that came through. Hit the like button if you're up in here before you dip out. That's about it. It's getting spooky out here, man. Oh, like I was saying, I don't know if I forgot to say this part or not, but I was saying about like how celebrities in our day and time, we keep wondering who's the next person, like who's the next Michael Jackson, who's the next this and the next that. Ain't gonna be no more of that. You know what I'm saying? Like all that is done. The people that they had in front of us, who they dangled in front of us in the 90s and the 2000s, 2010s, those were all they needed to carry out this plan that they had to do. They only had to make it work for like 30 years. You know what I'm saying? A good 30, maybe 40 years. That's all they needed from people like Diddy, Master P, Russell Simmons, like all these main people that been in the culture. They only needed them for that long just to make this plan work that they were doing right now. So that's why they don't need no new. There is no next or new. All this shit that they needed them for is already, they did what they had to do, and now they're in the next phase of what their plan was and what they was really here to try to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that shit is about. Because the celebrity world as we know it is no more. That shit is done and over with. We're going into the new world now, and now you got Trump coming out here. That's a whole different thing. I ain't gonna get into all that. Got stuff to do, but I will say this real quick. This whole thing with Trump coming out here, I definitely think this time around is about to really be. I know people like me came out here plenty of times, pulling an arm out of the socket, and this is it. Every time something happened, this is gonna be the one. This is it. It's going down. It's that. You know what I'm saying? The conspiracy theorists, people, we come out here, we jumping up, and every time this the big one is about to be it. But I think now this really is about to be something now, though. This really is about to be something with these this deportation stuff they're talking about. They're about to start doing. This is gonna cause something, because if you think about, they brought all these people over here, these illegals, armed them, put them in places. We sitting here like, oh, a lot of people, not me. They brought them over here to vote just for the elect. They didn't do all that to get these people to vote. That voting shit is not real. I've been trying to tell you all that for years. Like, that voting shit is not. Do you think that anybody who's really in power is going to give you the opportunity to vote them out of power? Let's think about that. Like, I'm here controlling the world. I'm about to give you the opportunity to vote me out. Or will I give you the illusion of thinking that you have the opportunity to vote me out? You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to allow you to vote me out. Like, I run this shit. You're not coming to my. I'm gonna let you come to my house and give you the chance to start running the house. Like, so no, I let you think that to make you want to participate. The other way, if I just tell you straight up that what it is, then you be like, I don't even want to be here. I'm gonna just dip. I don't want no parts of this shit. So I got to make you feel involved and feel important. Be like, you know what? Yeah, you make you feel like you got some say so, and you don't got no say so. Anyway, they brought these people over here. So now they got nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying? All these people that's here, they bought them here, gave them a taste of the finer things in life, hooked them up, gave them money, food stamps, shelter, just let them stay in the best hotels and did everything. And now they're going to just snap. We talking about people who ain't got shit to lose. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us who think we're on the bottom, or we on the bottom, are living good compared to some of the people that came from some of these countries. They ain't got nothing to lose, some of these people. So now they told them, so now all of a sudden they already got the heads up, the anticipation is building up to Trump going into the office. So what do you think they're going to do? Just, you know what I'm saying, like sit back and just volunteer to go? They're not just going to just volunteer to go. It's going to be some mayhem out here, you know what I'm saying? So I think this is how they really, because before I was like, they're going to put Kamala in there. That's going to make the MAGA people. But at the end of the day, like we saw with the January 6th thing, yeah, they got guns and stuff, a lot of the MAGA people, but they're not really ready to lose everything they got. They got shit to lose, a lot of people with MAGA people and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to be the first one to just throw their life away, regardless of how mad they might be about Trump. They're not going to just throw everything away for that at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? But if it comes down to the other people jumping off first, like the migrants, the illegals, then yeah, they got guns, the MAGA and everybody else to protect themselves, you know what I'm saying? That's something different. But to jump it off, they bought the illegal migrants here on top of Antifa, who they can use the agents and shit like that. That's how they can easily start and now they just talking about they found an alien the other day, whatever they talking about with all that type of stuff. I did a video talking about Donald Trump and the Bobby Brown video, the Take Control video. I did that like a couple years ago on Trump's last term in office, and then it didn't happen. So I'm like, I guess I was way off with this shit. But now look, the Joker's going back in there. So now it might have relevance, that video I made about the aliens coming, and that'd be the perfect way for them to invoke New World Order. You know what I'm saying? Aliens coming out of nowhere because shit's so bad they can't control it. So now they had to trust me, something's about to happen, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Before I sit there and sound too goddamn crazy, something is about to happen. If not before Trump goes in there officially, then when he goes in there, there's gonna be something. Because they have used that, everything they've been doing, they did it just long enough to get us to where we are now. All the celebrity shit we've been doing for all these years, half of us been out of our goddamn mind chasing dreams that ain't even realistic. You know what I'm saying? Passing our time away, drinking, smoking, fucking, partying, wasting life, all this shit that's been going on. Now they got us right where they want us at. And now we like, damn, we done arrived at this location without a goddamn parachute. Now we just stuck here like, oh shit, what's about to happen? Because we are done. If whatever, you know what I'm saying? A lot of us are going to be not prepared for this shit. We most of us couldn't tell you how to go out and grow a seed, to grow a goddamn corn stalk. We don't know how to farm nothing. We can't grow shit. Like, now we arrived to this spot and we are doomed, Joker. I'm telling you, we done fucked off our lives all these years. People like Diddy coming out with this Versace and all this shit, and Diddy's the one that started all that shit, man. I'm old enough to remember. Back in the day, you could have had like Mobb Deep, the MVP, Wu-Tang, the Mac and the Acura, like, you was cool. The Acura, Act Legend, MVP, White Tee, like Diddy came out with that Versace shit, Gucci and all that shit, and that shit took everything to a whole different level, man. That took everything to a whole different level, of feeling like you gotta have certain shit to be important, a different level of wasting money, a different level of just everything. Like, and it fucked everything up and everybody up for real, for real. That's Diddy bought that shit in with all that fly jiggy shit and just fucked everything up. Trust what I'm telling you, I'm old enough to remember that shit. So the shit they used them for, the job they used them for, it has worked. Everybody they had to use to get to the point where they're at, and everybody they used to get here is all either locked up, broke, dying, or 1 inch away from going down. You know what I'm saying? Everybody they used to get us here, all the people, Irv Gotti, fucking Diddy, Master P, everybody they used to get us here is all in shambles right now for the most part. Some people still all right, whatever, but they're not too far away from danger, or already lost everything, or already locked up. And Diddy was in the midst the whole time, recording every goddamn thing and recording everybody the whole time. So now they got dirt on everybody else. And any entertainers, because that shit was really about a lot of entertainers, basketball players, anybody who got some money, anybody black with money that may have the urge to help, got dirt on them. So now you know what? You going to help? Sit your ass down, because we will put this tape out on you. Now we saying this is a crime. So do you want to go and help these niggas, or do you want to sit back and just enjoy your life and fall back? You know what I'm saying? That's the position that a lot of these people are in now, these athletes and stars and shit like that. So, and that's what it is, man. But I've been doing this video way too goddamn long, but shout out to everybody who came through. Hit the like button. Pretty soon I gotta erase a lot of videos to try to get my monetization back. They're talking about how to reuse content and all this stuff. So I gotta erase some old videos and try to reapply. I gotta get my numbers up a little bit, I think, before I do it or something. But that's about it. Shout out to everybody that came through, man.